to say what was working well for you out there today, but it seemed like about everything.
Yeah, I mean, just about everything through the bag. I've been feeling really good with my swing, been holing a bunch of putts. Hadn't really seen anything lip out until 13 and 14 kind of went out back to back. But if that's my biggest problem, then I'm in pretty good shape.
Curious, of tournaments you've had chances to win over the years, where was last year's rate in terms of one that you felt really slipped out of your hand and you were not,
Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, definitely, I would say probably the most that slipped away. But at the same time, I also felt like I played very well last year. Like, I don't feel like I played any worse than when I've won. And, it's a totally different discussion if Cam doesn't get up and down on the last hole. So sometimes it just comes down to what the other guy does as well. And you can't always pull off what you want to. I mean, I would have liked to make birdie on 18 last year, and but unfortunately made a par, and Cam had a nice up and down, and didn't do so well in the playoffs. So, but that's definitely on the top of the list for sure.
We kind of asked this before. I mean, golf doesn't know you anything, but you feel like you just feel like there's a little bit there that was left from last year that you're trying to finish off this year.
I mean, all it shows you is that you can do it, around this course. You feel comfortable here with the shots and everything. Totally different conditions this year. It's been so nice all week versus last year. It was just like, you just had to really battle on every shot. I mean, you're hitting 5 irons from 160 yards and things like that last year. So been a totally different kind of week, but I love the course. I love the shots. I love what it demands of you. And so it's always nice for me coming off of a break because I'm excited to play, and sometimes I lose that through the middle of the year.
Given what you just said, how does that change your mindset for tomorrow or strategy for tomorrow compared to a year ago?
I think we're going to get some wind tomorrow. It's not going to be quite as bad as last year, but I like the wind. The wind is my favorite condition. I don't love rain, but I like wind. So I'm fine with it. If it blows, if it doesn't blow, I've enjoyed it like this too. So either way is okay with me.
We talked about this earlier in the week. Like, I mean, the way you played last year, the way you're playing this year, you didn't come to this tournament for so long because you didn't have success early on. What changed with your mindset with this place? And
Yeah,
why
I
you
mean,
playing so well?
I'm a totally different player than I was then. It was my first ever tour event. I came and played and missed the cut, and thought it wasn't my style of golf course. My game has changed a ton since then, and I took 10 years off, and Keegan finally forced me to come back, and thank God he did, because it's turning into my favorite place to come. So it's I think my game's just a little bit better, and I think when I'm sharp, it doesn't really matter where I go. I feel like I can contend.
What's the biggest difference for you as a player versus then?
When I first got on tour, all I could do was hit big hooks. And now I can shape the ball both ways. I can flight it up and down. So in this course, you have to work it both ways. You have to be able to hit some shots off the tee, and especially with them running out the way that they are, you have to work them off bunkers and play to your numbers and things like that. And I just wasn't as good at that when I was 27 as I am now. So that's the biggest difference.
What mindset are you going to bring to the golf course tomorrow?
I know I'm going to have to go shoot a great round. I know it's going to be really hard. I know guys are going to be coming after me. There's should be a lot of birdies out there, even with the wind picking up a little bit. And I know I'm going to have to shoot one of the best rounds I've ever shot to go win it. So that's what I'm going to go try to do.
18 today, lay up right?
Yeah, hit in the right bunker. Didn't get it hooking around the corner, and laid up to a good number and hit a good shot.
Thank you. Obviously, a lot of highlights today, but how big was the putt on 17?
Yeah, I mean, that was nice. Kind of a bonus. You're not expecting to make that. It's probably 35 feet. But my coach is on the bag this week, and we're working on the mindset of just like every putt has a chance to go in. Doesn't mean that you're trying to ram it with hard speed, but you're playing it as if you're trying to make it, not just get it close. And that's worked out really nicely. So we did that there, and it paid off.
All right, thanks, Brendan.
Yep, you got it. Thanks, guys.